Got a 1999 Honda Odyssey, but this should work for 99 to 04. And I am going to attempt to replace the power steering pump today because it's pretty noisy. Tools I'm using for this job is a socket set, some gloves. This is the power steering pump that I got from Amazon. Some power steering fluid, some wrenches, some towels, and some new O-rings. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this clamp from this hose, and we're gonna put over here. We are gonna lose a little bit of power steering fluid there, so we're gonna use a towel to kind of catch it. That up out of the way, and we're gonna have this just catch the power steering fluid so it doesn't get all over the place. All right, so next is the power steering line coming to the top of the pump, which is a 10 millimeter. There's two of them. And same as the bottom, have a towel because it's gonna leak some. I'm gonna put it up here and out of the way. So next we have a bolt back here, and it's a 12 millimeter. Loosen it, and then there's another 12 millimeter down here, which it's hard to see, but I have an extension on it, or a long socket, and we're gonna undo this one too. I'm not taking them all the way off right now, I'm just loosening them, because then we're gonna take this back, and that's gonna give us some less tension to take the belt off. So then this is a tensioner, which normally, oops, I think it's a 10. Nope. It's a 12. Normally this would kind of loosen it, but for some reason mine's already loose enough. Well, maybe not. Let me loosen this. This relieves tension on the pump so it can go in and out, and we can take this belt off. And then we're just gonna pull the belt and slip it off. Make sure that it doesn't get too far away that we lose it. All right, with the belt off and that loosened, now we're just gonna take those two 12 millimeter bolts out all the way. Start with that one. one's not actually a bolt, it's a nut. I was mistaken. And then the power steering assembly should pull right out. Since our new pump doesn't come with the pulley, we need to take the pulley off the old pump. It's a 19 millimeter on this one. Since it spins the same way as you would take it off, the only way I know is to use an impact. It should zip it right off, hopefully. And it did. And then this pulls off. Pushes on. And that's that. So the next thing is to take this off and put it on the new one. I'm spilling some power steering fluid. If you look in here, there's that O-ring, which is the same O-ring that I picked up on here. We're gonna put a new O-ring in this one. Here's the new O-ring. Push this down in there. I'm gonna take this. So now it's just about putting this back in. So there's the one bolt hole back here, and then this one is actually a bolt that comes through and is attached to this tensioner. So this is kind of loose, so it's going to be a little bit tricky to put this on and to get it through here and tighten that before we put in that other bolt. We might put in that bolt to kind of hold it in place, but it'll be a little bit tricky, but we're gonna try. Maybe shoot it from this angle so they can see. So what's happening is when I try to do it, this bolt is pushing back further. So a trick that might work is I'm putting this long screwdriver to hold the back of the bolt, and now I'm going to try to feed it on. And that might work. And I'm going to hold it. Oops. No. All I gotta do is just get it started. Okay, so that worked with the long screwdriver pushing the back of it to get it started. And then we're going to take the other bolt. The other one was a nut. Now we're taking the bolt and we're going to put it up here. And then take our 12 millimeter. on when you put this on. Make sure that it's routed correctly. Make sure you need to loosen this back up. Now that that's on, now we're gonna snug these back up. Guess not too tight because we still have to adjust the tension here. Now we're gonna sneak down here and get that 12 on. Not too tight. Now we're going to tighten this down. And this is pushing this up to provide tension on this belt. And they say that you want to be able to twist the belt 90, but not 180. So that is too much twist. So I'm going to make it a little bit tighter. I think that's still probably too much. I'll make it a little bit tighter. That looks about right. So now we're tightening up the nut and the bolt. Now that we have the tension where we want it, we'll come back over here and make sure that this is snug and the nut down here is snug. Which they are. Now it's time to put a high pressure line in. High pressure line. Here's the old O-ring. Got a different tool now, a little pick. This old O-ring out. And that's the part number of the new O-ring. Two 10mm bolts. Alright, let's tighten these. So now it's just about taking our clip back, making sure that's on there. You don't lose that. Putting that back on. now we just need to bleed the system. Okay, now with the pump installed, we're gonna fill up the reservoir here. Which ours is still pretty full. Then we're gonna jack up the car and turn the wheel side to side, first with the engine off and then after with the engine on. So I topped it off with Honda fluid. And now I'm with the engine off. I'm gonna turn the steering wheel all the way side to side. All right, now that I've done that and made sure that the reservoir was full, now I'm gonna start the car and turn the wheel back and forth a few more times. All right, so after turning the steering wheel, we'll come back over here, check the level. I had to put a little extra in, so I didn't get on film. And then we're just checking for leaks to see if we have any leaks here or leaks here. I don't see any leaks, so should be good to go.